Do you want to stay up to date with the messiest drama on the internet? Or what about those crazy viral challenges? Then be sure to tune in to TMZ Verified, the podcast. I'm Wild.
I'm Steph.
And each week we're either breaking down the spicy viral stories or we're hanging out with the most popular influencers around. Tana Mojo is in the building.
I don't even know if they're hating. They're probably just telling the truth, but we love the haters too.
Sophia Franklin.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk, but like, let's be real with each other, you know?
Bryce Hall is here, y'all. Make some noise, people.
I'm single, by the way.
Right.
So if you like viral drama, influencer culture, and just overall hot messiness, check out new episodes of TMZ Verified every Thursday right here on Spotify.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. I am hungry. I should have ate before I recorded this, but I just want to enjoy my food. So, yep, I'm gonna be. What am I going to be in this episode? Usually I would be angry, but I'm not angry. Like I don't know. Like I'm not gonna be giving this the energy. I don't even be having energy in my podcast. Like I should, but I ain't got no food in me right now. So yeah, I'm hungry, man. I just want to have me some top ramen and just go to sleep. Like I am tired. Just hurry up, get tomorrow over with, because I know tomorrow is going to be busy and then next week is going to be busy because of work. Like, man, this weekend, I'm about to record like 100 videos for everything. I'm about to record 100 YouTube videos, 100 TikTok videos, 100 Instagram videos. I'm going to try to find a music program, make about 100 songs. Like, I don't know if I could do that all within 48 hours, but I'll try. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about was musicians not dropping their so-called greatest album. Like I see that because there's two artists, I guess, that's doing that heavily right now, and it's a hip hop artist named Playboi Carti, and then another hip hop artist named Lil Uzi Vert. Now Lil Uzi Vert, I haven't really been paying attention to Playboi Carti's album, but I guess he was supposed to drop an album tonight and it didn't drop. And Lil Uzi Vert, I think his album was supposed to drop like last year, like maybe even more than that, but it was supposed to drop. And never dropped. And I don't understand like why artists is like, I can understand if it's a management issue, but if there's no managers like involved, then or a record label involved, like, and I guess like that's the case with these two guys, that there's a record label, because I think with Lil Uzi Vert, there's it's a record label issue, and Playboi Carti, I don't know, but I don't know. I got in that savage mode, and I'm like, I don't care if I got this album on a USB drive. I'm about to post this album on SoundCloud, and then yeah, I had like pay like 100 people to create multiple SoundCloud albums or accounts and have them post that album. I'm like, okay, yeah, I ain't paid these people to release this album. This album is getting released. Like, I don't understand like if it's a hype thing or what, but I just know I can't like tell my fans like, oh yeah, album's coming out tonight, and it never does come out. Like even with Kanye was doing that, and I'm like, Kanye, as big as you are, you should not be doing some stuff like that, bro. Like, nah, you should not be doing some stuff like that. And my thing is, it's like, I don't even know, because I guess his record label is and partnered with this other record label, or they're like parents or something like that. I don't know. But I guess like the reason why his last two albums didn't get released was like because of the record label over his record label. And I don't know, like, can you release an album like underneath your own record label even though you could be like in partnered or be owned by another? Because I'm like, nah, like I just released this underneath my own record label. So that's what I'm like. Artists that are independent, you ain't worried about that record label stuff. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. There's like 2 artists that I know that's out there like that, and it's he's a up and coming artist, NLE Choppa, and then Chance the Rapper. And those are the 2 artists that I paid attention to, where it was like there wasn't no record labels, it wasn't no managers, nothing. Like, these guys just released music. And I like that. I like an artist that just released it. There's this one artist that I listen to. I ain't gonna say his name for parental reasons. There could be kids listening to this podcast, but yeah, it seems like that dude, he's always releasing music. If he can't, it's because of, like, you know, because he's a rising artist. He's an artist that ain't like as famous as the other artists that I named off. But yeah, that's like probably the one artist I listen to, and I'm like, I like this guy. He's cool. He's cool. Yeah, it's like artists, I just don't understand. Like, and then with the record label, what's going through your guys' head where the artist finishes the album and then you guys are just not releasing it? Like, what's up with that? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. Like, if you trying to, like, clear some samples, y'all need to be on that. Y'all need to be on everything possible around this album. And I know there might be people who are like, oh, well, if it's a record label and they're focused on so many albums and things, I'm like, well, then that's on them. Y'all shouldn't have like 100 albums coming out at a time or whenever, and then you got this album, this artist, and he's your biggest artist. Like, I'm saying, like, I'm like, that's like, hire some more people so they can focus on these albums. Because that'd just be frustrating on my part, where I'm told that my album's going to get released tonight. And I check, and usually, because it's like, you know, on the West Coast time, like, you check like 9 o'clock, the albums get released and stuff. So I check, and my album's not even out. Then I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be calling up the record label, but I'm like, hey, what's the problem here? And I know there was like, what artist? That's another thing, because I think, who was it? There was some artist, they had like some old music. I don't know if it was Taylor Swift, but there was like an artist that had some old music and they couldn't release it. I think it might have been Taylor Swift. But I'm like, stuff like that, I'm like, nah, bro. Like, yo, I'm like, I had to get my music on like a separate hard drive, because I'm like, yo, this album don't get released, then I'm releasing it. And y'all can do what you want, take me to court, send me to jail, I don't care. But at the end of the day, it is for the fans, bro. Like, I don't know what y'all holding on to this album for, but it is for the fans. I'm not hearing all this, oh, we gotta, like, do this or do, like, nah, like, y'all need to get on all of this stuff. If it's a sample clearing, y'all need to be on that. Go travel to the places where they got that music at, or the samples and all that stuff. Like, do what you guys gotta do so my music is getting released. But I'm not trying to be sitting here getting angry fans like booing me, saying they ain't gonna listen to my music no more because my music ain't getting released. So that's why I'm like, I be independent. I'm like, why? Because I don't know, like, when I release music, I just release it. I'm like, I surprise people. I'll be a surpriser. That's the type of artist that I will be. I'm like, I just surprise y'all. I'll just like surprise y'all with an EP, a single, an album, something. But I'll tell you guys like when it's supposed to, like, around the time, because I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that stuff. Like, I just put it out there and I'm like, okay, when it gets released and when it's out there, then that's when it's out there. It surprises me. So anyways, yeah, I'm like, but I'm not with that whole, like, I gotta wait and stuff. And then I'm like, because no, there's the one artist where I remember he was having like a lot of album troubles. But Ski Mask the Slump God, and I remember he went and he just released that album. He put that album out. He was like, I don't care. He put it on SoundCloud, and I'm like, that's some stuff I would do, because I don't know if SoundCloud is like how they are with sample clearings and all that stuff, but that's what I would do. I'd go and just release that album underneath my SoundCloud. And, yeah, just overall, just leave it at that. Or I wouldn't even be, like, worried. I wouldn't even see, that's the thing. I'm like, no, we gotta make this music from scratch. We gotta make this music from scratch, or have, like, a similar sound to the sound that we want. But I ain't waiting for no samples. I'm like, nah, like, we gotta get on this. Like, if that's the case, I'm like, nah, I'm like, I will never, ever sample a song. I don't even sample music. Like, the music that I've created, I think I might have sampled a few songs out there, but that's about it. Usually I create all my music from scratch. Like, there has been times when there has been similar sounds, but I'm like, no, this is my song. Like, I sat up and was creating this song. So, like, we could take this to court. Like, we can if you want to. But, yeah, all my music is mine. Unless it's, like, a remix or something. I mean, if it's a dance. But there's times where I've remixed my own songs. So, but there's, like, I don't know. Like, if it's an artist name. Because I remember I did a remix to Party Next Door. And yeah, that was like one of the only like samples I remember that I had used. I think I remember I used this like Icelandic group, but I don't even really listen to that song. That's not even a song. I think I just create that song just because, like, just fooling around one night. But yeah, I'm like, it's that stuff, man. I'm like, it's be an independent artist. Overall, be an independent artist. Do not go and sign up to a label, because it seems like these labels would mess you up. It was a one artist, I think it was like a label or a manager, somebody, but that artist Kesha and all this stuff, I think it was her, Britney Spears, I believe. What other artists is? And I think, yeah, Taylor Swift. Like, man, like, I'm saying, like, that's when you guys start acting crazy. I start acting so crazy. I'm like, yo, like, I would say, like, I have to pull an Ice Cube moment, take a bat and start swinging it at people. Because I'm like, I'm like, you guys gonna release my music. Or I'm like, or I am going to get my head, whatever the situation is. I'm like, look, this music, the public will hear this music, whether y'all like it or not. I don't care what y'all guys see. That's the thing, man. People ain't crazy nowadays. Like, people gotta be more crazier. Like, they be trying to have, like, this, like, calm, cool, collected image. But I'm like, when y'all messing with my money, messing with my fans, that's a problem. That is a problem. And that's a problem that needs to be fixed. So, how are we going to fix it? Because, I'm like, I'll be in that office. They be all like, okay, like, yeah, we got to hurry up and get on this stuff. Because TMossBoss, he ain't no joke. Like, we can't be doing this to him and things. I'm like, nah, because I'm like, look, my thing is that I ain't set up day and night recording this music. Told my fans on numerous occasions, this album's coming out on this date. And this date comes around, and then you guys are like, oh, we don't feel like releasing your album. I'm like, oh, well, okay, then. Then I would just tell the fans, all right, well, go to this record label, hassle these guys about it, because overall, they don't feel like releasing the album. So, yeah, that's on those guys. Like, if it was up to me, I'd release it, but yeah, I just send all my fans, and if I had like millions, and like if I was like sold out shows, like millions and millions and millions of fans, diehard fans, like crazy fans, I'm like, yeah, just tell them all. I have them just start up a riot in front of this record label until the album gets released. I'm like, and like, you know, if you see the cops, then of course leave the area. But yeah, I'm like, nah, like that type of stuff ain't gonna be happening. Like, flip some cars over, take some windows out. Because I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, I ain't trying to sit here and be waiting all day or waiting all year for my album to get released. Lil Uzi Vert, this artist, Lil Uzi Vert, there's fans asking him. There's videos of fans asking him, because his album, I think it's called like Eternal Take or something like that. And they're asking him like, yo, when's the album coming out? And he's like, I don't know. That's his answer. His answer is, I don't know. That is sad. That is seriously sad. I'm like, that's why I like telling people, call up the record label. I'm like, maybe not riot, but annoy them guys. I'm like, yo, call up every number you pop. I'll go through that whole place finding out every phone number. I'll have them calling up people that ain't even a part of my album. And be having them call up like, hey, when's the album coming out? And keep calling them numbers over and over and over again until them albums come out, or till they change their numbers. Then y'all would just have to wait. I will get the numbers, and then you just have to keep doing that over and over and over again. Because I'm like, nah, that ain't cool. So yeah, it's crazy, man, with the artists nowadays. I'm like, it's like, was it always like this, and I was just too young to understand like what was going on? Because if so, then I'm like, dang, man, it's jacked up being a record label artist. Like, if you just an independent artist, cool. shout out to you. You ain't got, like, you got no excuses. No excuses. All you just gotta do is make the music, rap, boom. But if you a record label artist, bro, I feel like that is the worst thing to really be right now in the music industry. Like, do not sign to a record label unless it's like a really good, reliable record label. But don't sign to a record label. I think just recently Lil Uzi Vert, he just signed to Jay-Z's label, Rock Nation. Yeah, he signed up to them not too long ago, in matter of fact. But yeah, I think I'm like, hopefully because of that, like, you know, his music gets released on time. Like, he did release some music, but it ain't the music off of that album and things. And then that's another thing, like, then when them albums don't be getting released, like, people be straight up like hacking whatever and be leaking that music out. Now it's like with some artists is because they talking about, oh, I don't want my music to get leaked out. Well, then you got to be on that music getting released. You have to. You have to. I'm like, that's why I'm like, I never had to worry about anybody like leaking my music out, because I'm like, usually I create the song right then and there. I'm like, yeah, I'll probably post it on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, and that's usually what I do. Like, right after I'm done creating the song, I'll post it on YouTube. So then that's why I'm like, yeah, I leak my own music out. Like, that's what I do. I leak my music out before anybody else can leak my music out. I don't think I don't have like any. I got like one song, but that song was a mess up. It was a mistake, and that's about it. That's the only song that I hadn't released yet. It's a mistake song. That's what I should call it. I should release it and call it the mistake song. This is what happens when you have a generic program trying to make music. I should do that. That should be my video for tonight and things. I don't know, but anyways, yeah. Hopefully these record label artists, they get out of these situations. I hope they do. And yeah, hopefully they can just go back to releasing music and stuff, and they don't have to worry about these problems. But anyways, man, I'm hungry. All right, I gave you guys enough time that I needed. So anyways, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this podcast. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe. And if you are purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss, and it'll knock $20 off your first purchase. So yeah, go out, buy tickets to a basketball game, a football game, a concert, whatever you can buy tickets to on SeatGeek. And yeah, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. So, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.